The ultimate rulers of our democracy are not a president and senators and congressmen and government officials, but the voters of this country. Nobody will ever deprive the American people of the right to vote, except the American people themselves, and the only way they could do this is by not voting. If American women would increase their voting turnout by 10%, I think we would see an end to all of the budget cuts in programs benefiting women and children. To make democracy work, we must be a nation of participants, not simply observers. One who does not vote has no right to complain. Lower voter participation is a silent threat to our democracy. It underrepresents young people, the poor, the disabled, those with little education, minorities, and you and me. Voting is the most precious right of every citizen, and we have a moral obligation to ensure the integrity of our voting process. The way I understand how the election process works is you choose a person who will best be your voice in Washington. Now, in order for them to be your best voice, it's important for you to keep an open dialogue with them. So, when the election is over with and that person is in office, you still need to talk to them and let them know how you stand on the issues that are important to you.
Are you ready to go? Are you fired up? Are you ready to go? I'm Barrett as our next governor of the state of Wisconsin. Then Russ Feingold back to the U.S. Senate where he belongs. We also sent Gwen Moore back to the Congress where she belongs. People, this is very important that we get the vote out. I know you heard in the past that this is the best election that everyone should get out and vote. This is an important election. You've heard it over and over again. But this is the most important election in our time. We have people on the other side want their country back, and they want to use the Constitution as it was originally written. Me, as an African-American male, I don't want that. You have their leader, which is the woman from Alaska, running around saying, let's use our Constitution as our founding fathers wrote it. She don't understand. If they do that, she will not be allowed to vote. So we're asking you to talk to your neighbors, talk to your family members, go do some phone banking. Let's knock on some doors. We got 10 days left to make this happen. We have a phone banking at 316 North Milwaukee Street on the 4th floor, room 440, which is our downtown OSA office. Once again, thank you for coming out. My name is Terrell Martin. I'm a community organizer for Organizing for America right here in the city of Milwaukee. And we will be on the ground running up until November the 2nd to get this vote out. Now I'd like to introduce you to one of our great leaders in our city. He's pastor of Christian Faith Fellowship Church. I would like to present to you Bishop Darrell Hines.
I'm here seriously because I am so concerned about this vote. I pastor a church here in the city of Milwaukee. My parents came to this city, to this state in the 50s. I was born in this city, in this state. I have 6 sisters and 3 brothers that were born in this city, in this state. My children were born and they live in this city, in this state. My grandson, he lives in this city and in this state, and I am so concerned about the future of our state and city. It is so important that we get out and we vote and keep the life of our city, the education, keep the health care, keep the economy alive with Mayor Barrett, with Russ Feingold. We have to put them back in office. It is so important that we put them back in office. It is so important that Tom Barrett goes to the governor's seat. It is so important for the future of our state. The quality of the life of our state depends on who's in office. Now, I'm going to tell you something. It's real difficult for me not to preach, but I'm going to share with you a story that I heard when I was a young boy, when I was a young man, when I first started preaching. An old preacher pulled me to the side, and he said there was this farmer who saw this fox chasing after a rabbit. And this rabbit was outrunning this fox, just running and running. And the farmer said the law of nature teaches that a fox can outrun a rabbit. But this fox never caught this rabbit, and he finally made it to his hole. Well, when the rabbit got into the hole, the farmer said he went and had a conversation with the rabbit. And he wanted to know how come this rabbit outran this fox. And when he asked this rabbit, he says, now the law of nature teaches that a fox can outrun a rabbit. But some kind of way, you outran that fox. And the rabbit hollered back up out of his hole to the farmer and said, Mr. Farmer, while the fox was running for his dinner, I was running for my life. And you got to understand, while somebody is just running for political office, Mayor Barrett is running for the future life of our state and our city. So he has to get in office. Russ Feingold has to get in office. They're concerned about our health. They're concerned about our education. They're concerned about our economy. And so before I get too excited, get up and let's get the vote in and let's get the job done.
To be your congresswoman. But let me tell you something. There's nothing more important to me than making sure that we have not only a majority in Congress, in the House of Representatives, but that we have a and nothing is more important for the immediate future, I'm talking about the next 10 years, than to have the gubernatorial seat. And that's why I want you all to vote for Tom Barrett. Now, you know, I don't want to start raining, so I'm going to be quick. But let me tell you something. I'm asking you all to stop drinking the poison tea. Okay? They've been serving up poison tea, and I want you all to stop drinking. What they have told you is that they want to reduce taxes. And of course that sounds very attractive because the word tax means burden. But let's peel back that jargon a little bit. What they really want is a failed strategy of trickle down where they give $700 billion to the wealthiest Americans and take it away from the middle class. Stop drinking the poison tea. You've heard them say, we want our country back. Yeah, we want our country back. Well, let me tell you what they want back. They want to go back to the Bush era, where we provide tax breaks for the wealthiest Americans. They want to go back to where we have not provided universal health care for 36 million Americans. They want to go back and repeal LBJs and the Great Society accomplishments where we have Medicaid and Medicare. They want to go back past FDR where we don't have Social Security. I don't want to go back. Stop drinking the tea. They're serving up poison tea, you all. When they tell you that they want their country back, I heard somebody in the front row say, yeah, we want our country back too. We want it back from the oil companies. We want it back from the health insurance companies. We want it back from these multi-million-dollar expenditures that are selling fear over the TV, false evidence appearing real. We want to take our country back from corporate America. Ladies and gentlemen, they are relying on the traditional and historic low turnout in order to win. That's all they've got going for them. And let me tell you, you can stay home if you want to. You can stay home if you want to. And there's every reason to stay home. People are depressed, they don't have jobs, their mortgage is due, they have a very hard time. Some of the health care provisions haven't kicked in yet. But now's the time to fight! Now is the time to hold on! Don't let false evidence appearing real! Don't let fear grab you! Now is the time to stand up for what we fought for in 08.